Hey everybody, Mags here, and this is a video that I actually got asked by Dixon'sHeartStudios, my cousin Shawnee, to do for her, just on different ways that I color my horses in GIMP, since she uses the same program and having a little bit of difficulty getting it all done. She sent me some examples of the kind of markings that she wants me to do. I'm not going to do all of them for this particular video, but I'm going to do a few of them, which I will open in my GIMP right now, just so I can kind of switch back and forth. Now this is just a picture of a foal that I referenced a picture of a real foal to do. So this is all my art here. This I did before I discovered Paint Tool Psi. So when I did it with the pencil tool, with this, so it has those really straight edges on it. Now I will be rotating back and forth between using my mouse to do this and using my pen tablet. First, we're going to do this one, which is a Rabicano. I'm guessing I'm saying that right. I'm not really sure exactly how to say it, but it's kind of like an airbrushed tribal thing. It can be just right in here, or it can be all over here. It can be just right in here, but it's typically from the belly up. Now, first, I'm actually going to start off using my pen tablet to zoom in and out. For those of you that are new to GIMP and just want to know how to work some of the different things, to zoom in and out, I'm hitting my plus and minus key on my keyboard. I'm just going to fill it in with a color. Any color, really. I'll use brown. And since this is the only section we're really going to worry about, I'm not going to worry about everything else. Magnifying glass. There. This is the only section we're going to worry about. Now, the way I would do this is first I would get my airbrush tool and just kind of throw some lines in. Oh, wait a minute. One thing to do that you can do is make the layer so that it's like this, which I did kind of mess up. 1 second. I always, I don't know why I didn't this time. Select by color. When you choose select by color and you touch the color, everything of that color selected. And then we're going to click it. Click it. Click it. Okay, there we go. Now up here, we're going to delete it off of the line art. Okay. Now, on your same layer over here, which you can name your layers. So I'll name it the design we're doing. You can name your layers. And what I really suggest you do after you name your layer and you get your layer clicked on is you click on this up here, which will preserve your opacity, is how I say it. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But that way, well, let me get a different color. No matter where you color on your image, it'll only color what color is already there. Now, again, use your airbrush tool and just make some quick swipes, a little bit bigger. Smudge tool. This I always bring it up a little bit. And then you just smudge. And you can kind of smudge it into a little pattern. So it's not just straight up and down. You can have it sideways, going every which way just to get it smudged out. Pencil tool, take your size way down. I take it all the way down. And I use the same brown color. Smudge that. Take that back up to 20. And I smudge that just a tad. Adds a little bit more color into it. And then after that, I'll duplicate my layer, which also duplicates this. I will fill in that part. Bring this one up. Just switch the layers around. And then I'll take the opacity down. And I know it's not perfect, but that is how I do mine. Like I said, I do go in and I do a little better depending on the design, but this was just a basic up and down, up and down. And I am using GIMP, and there is still a lot about GIMP that I really don't know. Okay, that one's done. This paint pattern. I love the paint patterns because they are so versatile. They can literally be any pattern that you want. And to get this kind of splattered pattern, typically in GIMP, you're going to have to download some brushes. And I have a lot of Japanese ones, but yeah. To get that, no, not that one. There we go. But I use it as an airbrush tool. Take a different color, that would help me. Like I said, paint can be, I'm not copying the exact pattern, just how to get that sloppy pattern. And then pull that up a little bit. Add some more to it. And I don't even go over all the different places exactly that I did. I'll add in a few new places. Bring it up about with that one. Just a couple more places. And okay. I just add some more of the base color in the different places. And it gives it that splattered look. Give me your iPad, baby. Sorry, everybody. My son is watching YouTube. He's not watching Mommy, but he's watching YouTube, and he just wants to watch KFC. There you go, sweetheart. And, I mean, I know it's not exactly like this pattern. And I did start with a brown base instead of a white base. But it's the same basic difference. You can start with a pink base and do any kind of pattern that you want, really. with any kind of color to go over it. It's really endless, but that's how I do it. And the brush that I use, which is called Splats 02, that actually came with my version of GIMP, which is 2.8. Now on to the next one, which is these spots, like an Appaloosa or Kunstrapper. Or actually, there's quite a few other different types of horses that come with spots like that, other than just an Appaloosa. Of course, I believe that that might be what this is. Again, I'm just going to use the same brown base. And I'm just going to do the spot patterns. That's all I'm actually going to do. Come on, go ahead. Okay. And this is also another brush that comes standard in GIMP 2.8. It may be in 2.6, I'm not sure. But as you can see, it's kind of rotating and flip-flopping around with the different circles. But to get this pattern right here, where it actually looks like it's following the curvature of the horse as it comes out, you got to think about your horse. I mean, back here on a horse, the fur comes down to a point. It comes down to a point. So it could go it all kind of goes the same way. So, and again, I love my airbrush tool, and I'm just going to bring this down just a little bit. Go back to my white color. Okay. I need to downsize my size. There we go. And depending, and remember, the higher you make it, the more pronounced it'll be. Okay, bring my smudge all the way out. Go back up and get a different brush. This kind of makes the base coat. See how it's kind of 2 or 3 different colors. That kind of makes a base for it. Teardrop, blend right all the way out. Smooth it out. Now I smooth it out 2 different ways, 2 different times. Smooth it out with that. Go to my filters. I go down to motion blur. And whenever it comes up, there it is. You can move this around. Come on. So that you can actually see the section you want to blur. Radial. And this one, I'm going to take this one up to an even 800. And again, because we have just clicked that, which is yeah, there goes my motion blurring. It'll only smear in there. Nothing will come out of the lines. And then after this, I'll show you a way if you want to do the large individual spots, how to do those. Just waiting on my motion blurring to finish.
Wendy's pictures? Wendy's pictures.
Wendy's pictures. Mommy will let you see Wendy's pictures, so I'm waiting on this. There you go. Sometimes it goes really fast, sometimes it goes really slow. It kind of all depends on the version of GIMP, your computer, and your processor. And especially specifically while I'm waiting on that to work, when you're doing something like this and you want all the different shape spots, unless you're going like here, wait a minute, no, I need, okay, here we go. Unless you're going like these ones and you're doing that, if you're just going to have the same basic shape, just different sizes and tilted different ways, which is what I do, because trying to get those again and again and again and again and again and again, depending on the line art that you use or the picture you use and the reference of whatever you're doing with it, that can be a real pain. So I just tend to use these, and I'll show you how to do that. But just waiting for my slow computer. Which is actually running it pretty fast considering. Yay, we're almost done. It's taking a little longer than I thought. Okay, here we go. And that kind of blends it in, but it blends it in a radial this way that you can't always get by doing it by hand. And by the way, for this one, I am using my mouse. I'm not using my tablet. Okay. This tool. Just kind of make an oval shape. Fill it in. Actually, hold on. Before you fill it in, make a new layer. This one we're going to use a new layer. And I'll show you how to clip it. And then you're going to fill it in. And then you're going to select all. And from this, where is it? Right here. You can actually get that out of the way so you can see what you're doing. Tilt it so that it's going that way. Rotate. And it rotates the entire layer. And then you go to select all again. Oh, no, wait. Over here in your layers, right over here, where it says floating layer, right click on that and anchor layer, and it goes back down. And then it's all clear. And then you just make duplicates of it and move the duplicates around. Get you a few big spots in there. And instead of turning it back the other way using your rotate tool, you can make another one and then zoom out. And that one will go to layer, transform, flip horizontally, and it turns it so that it's going the complete opposite way, but in an exact mirror opposite way. And then we'll go one more. And this one, we'll move all the way over here, go back up to layer, scale layer, and we'll take it down by half the size. And see, it gives you a bunch of little spots. Then from there, you just keep duplicating your layers, putting them in, and you can make the spots this way as big as you want or as little as you want. Again, we're going to go to layer, transform, flip horizontally, so it's facing back this way. And you can also do this. Wendy's Taco Bell pictures?
Yes.
Okay. You can also do this technique like with the dots all over the body. I'm just staying in this one spot, because if I did the entire body, that would take me forever, especially with my little boy being awake. Do 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll do just a couple more. Okay. Then we're going to come over here to all your different layers. We're going to hide your top layer, which is your line art, because everything we're doing is under the line art. We're going to hide your base, because they all disappeared because they are white. I'm going to hide the white. There's all your spots. We're going to make one new layer that's going to have nothing on it. We're going to right click on that one, merge visible layers, clip to image, merge. There's your white, there's your brown, there's your spots, and there's that. Now, get your blur tool. I'm going to zoom in, and that's way too big. Depending on the size of the spots that you made will depend on the size of your blur brush. And this especially, like if you're using a grayscale or something that's got really definitive shading and highlights on it, this really kind of helps it blend into the shading and highlights. And it looks more like the coat than it does just spots. The most tedious part about this is to make each spot look unique, because each spot's going to have a different blur radius. You have to go in and you have to do each and every spot. I do have some grayscales that I use on DeviantArt because I am still also just learning my horse anatomy skills and my shading and my highlighting and a few other things. Okay, there's a few. And as you can imagine, see how the difference is, how these are real sharp and real crisp and real clear, and these aren't. Well, when you look at this one, these aren't real sharp and real crisp and real clear. Even when you back it up to just the full size, it's not. Horses they're not crisp and clear edge lines. That's not how horses are. And even though we did the white and motion blurred it out, it sticks out even against that, and you can see just through multiple layers. And that's how I do my spots. Sometimes I'll keep them circles, sometimes I'll do them like that, but it kind of all depends on the horse and the mood I'm in. And that is the end of this particular video. I will be doing several others. I'm not sure if I'm going to make those live events or not, on how to add in some of the stay wakey, that's right, on how to add in some of the details and whatnot of different horses. Like, for example, this particular horse that I've done, Marino. He is a horse that I got through a breeding on DeviantArt. Those of you who are horse DeviantArt people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I drew him from a reference. I added in all the different details for the hair and the muscle definition and like that. That is all stuff that I did. And my next video will probably, actually not probably, will be more along the lines of how to do stuff like that. And I will go more detail as far as the body, muscle lines and body lines and like that. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's going to be live event or if I'm going to record that and then upload it, but I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I hope this helps you specifically, Shawnee, and anybody else who watches it. Until then, I will see you later.